What's up, guys? Welcome back to Views. Welcome back to Pubes.
Welcome back. We are here in Venice. Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're in Venice, California. We're in Codyko's amazing Venice place where he does his life.
Where I just sweat. I just sit at this table and sweat.
Is it hot?
It's so hot.
Is it?
It's probably way hotter. Oh, you feel that breeze though? That's nice.
I don't think it's hot here at all.
Is it way hotter in the valley?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard it's like just swelteringly hot over there.
Did you do a bunch of rails this morning?
No, why?
Because, I mean, that would make you sweat.
Did I do a bunch of rails?
Yeah, rails.
Did I ride the rails?
Yeah, cocaine.
No, I had a very
Skiing,
productive morning.
slopes, the white powder, the cocaine.
I know what it is.
Do I need to explain it to you? All the different words there are for cocaine. Can we go through them all?
Sure.
The rails. I said that.
White girl. That's one of them.
Yes, the white girl. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The abominable snowman.
Nose beers.
Abominable snowman. Nose beers.
All right, guys. This is not Views. That's his podcast. This is Insanely Chill. This is the weekend edition, and I'm here with Jason Nash, host of. Is it the number one comedy podcast right now?
Sometimes it is. When David decides to tweet it, it is. And if he doesn't, then it's not.
I wonder how that shit works with the. I think it's how many people are clicking on it in the podcast app itself, not how many people are listening. I think it's like the engagement, like how many reviews it's getting and stuff, like a big mixture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's specific to the iTunes platform.
Yeah, and they also curate it too. They pick.
Do they really?
What they want.
Really?
Too, and they obviously, like if they put you in the new and noteworthy, you're gonna get more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it works. I also think it has to do with how long you've been doing it.
Yeah.
And how many, because I know there's like new ones that come up all the time.
Yeah.
That people have never heard of, and I'm like, oh, well, there's no way they're getting.
I know, and it's
more
like
views.
It has like 3 reviews, and it's like the number 2 podcast.
Yeah.
And you're like, how is that?
It has something to do with that.
How's podcast life treating you? We're just gonna do a meta podcast about podcasting.
It's good. I like it. I don't think much of it. I just go in and I talk to David, and I'm glad people like it.
It's great. I listen to them all.
It's okay.
What are you talking about? It's great.
We go through many drafts. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this. He'll get mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. We've done a lot of them where he's like, well, I just didn't like it, and I'm like, all right, fuck, and then we like do the whole thing again.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's got he's a very particular dude, and he's and it's great. That's why he's great, but he's insane.
That's crazy. I mean, I could see that though. I mean, that's part of his like, I don't know, thing, right? It's like just getting it till it's perfect. He's kind of a perfectionist.
He's a perfectionist, and also we have like 2 different schools of thought on it, which is like I listen to podcasts, and so like I'm a fan of you, and so if I really,
thank you.
if you were to sit here and talk to your roommate about how the landlord didn't fix something, I would find that fascinating. Whereas David comes from the other school of like, that's fucking boring, dude. No one wants to hear that.
I've heard you say this before on the podcast,
Yeah.
And I am a little bit more on your side, I think. Like if I find someone interesting, I'll listen to whatever the fuck they have to say.
Right.
But then when I'm doing mine, like a lot of mine I do them by myself, and it's like I'm more on like David's side where I'm like, I feel like I have to be entertaining right now.
Right. I feel that too. I want to be entertaining, and we also like. There's things that like I like to talk about that he just thinks are boring. Like we ran into the Team 10 truck.
Okay.
They were broken down.
Oh, right.
On the side of the road.
Okay.
And we were just driving down the 101.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we were just driving down the 101.
Because I saw all this shit with, like, Jake Paul, like, he said that his neighbors were the ones that, like, unscrewed the tire and, like, tried to kill them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. He talked about that story. And that's what, like, people have done a whole bunch of videos on it because they're like, dude, if that's true, like, go to the cops. Don't talk about it on your vlog.
I think he's just out for whatever he can create.
Yeah, I know.
But
anyway, sorry.
But we were just driving down the 101. Nothing was going on. And the Team 10 truck, this big orange Mercedes giant van is broken down. And, David, who has balls of steel, just pulls the fucking Tesla over in the middle of the 101.
Jesus
and I was like, oh my
Christ.
God, what are you doing? And anyways, so yeah, he got in the truck, and, we were like trying to help them.
Why?
We really were. Well,
wait, is this where all the Twitter stuff happened where people were like, he's hanging out with
which
Jake
was so
Paul?
lame. Like we were literally trying to help them, and we did help them. Like the kids in the truck, it was the two twins.
Okay.
I don't know their names. And then some other kid, and they didn't know what road they were on. So we like called the highway department, and we were like, they're like, what road? We got
They didn't know what highway they were?
What street are we on? I'm like, you're on the 101. Like, what exit? No, first they go, what exit? I go, Laurel Canyon exit. And they go, what highway? I'm like, the 101. So yeah, we were trying to,
like the main one.
I mean, I don't get like
highway in LA.
So do you get a lot of? Have you run into any of those guys? Did you see them at VidCon or anything?
No,
you didn't.
No,
because they were everywhere at VidCon.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see them. I mean, I was only there for one day, and
I saw so many of them.
Because I know, like, one time I'm gonna at whatever Twitter party that was like a month and a half ago or something like that. I was there, and some of the Team 10 guys were there, and it was like right after I did my video on Jake Paul. And one of them came up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude," basically just like started talking to me, and I was like, "Wait, have they seen my video?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we watched all the reaction videos after, like for 2 days after that shit came out."
Right.
And so I know he's seen it, and I know I'm going to see him eventually at some party or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just avoid him, I guess, because I'm a non-confrontational person. I'm just a spineless pussy, basically.
Yeah, what's his butt? A3, he tells stories about that, like running into like Logan, and he tells a really good story about running into Logan. And I think it takes a lot of balls to do what you do, because I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to, like, because I've wanted to like say stuff about people, and literally the next day, and I won't, and then literally the next day I will see them.
Yeah,
and so then they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, man? So good to see you." And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't talk shit about you yesterday. But that's part of the thing. Like Howard Stern, I don't know if you listen to Howard Stern, but that's one of his biggest things is he trashed people for years and years and years and years, and he has to
see them eventually.
Especially
you must get good at it, like good at seeing them afterwards and like making amends. That must be like a skill that you eventually develop. If you talk shit about someone enough, seeing them in person and be like, "Hey man, like, sorry, just for just for the radio. So sorry about that whole thing where I called you a fuckhead."
Yeah, I but that's good. It's what you're doing. We all watch your videos at the house.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We all watch them.
Good. I'm glad.
They'll always like, I think Scott did a video once where he came up when I was watching your video.
Yeah, and you fucking made fun of me.
I know I did.
You talked shit.
No, I didn't.
And yes, you did. And
I think I made fun of like maybe like a zit you had.
Yeah, that's talking shit, dude.
No.
I'm very sensitive about my acne. Thank you very much.
It didn't come up. It was supposed to come off like I'm watching another vlogger. Like I'm not watching Scott's video. I'm really into codyko, which I am really into your videos. And then I think I made a joke like, "You had a zit here." That's all I said.
That's actually why I invited you here.
It is?
To confront you.
What did I say? I said you had a zit.
You said my lip was bigger or something like that. You're like the side of his lip. I was like, that's first of all, very weird criticism. Second of all, I'm pissed off and I'm going to invite him and confront him on my podcast.
That's just being in the improvisational moment where you're like, okay, I love this guy, and then I guess the joke was to be like, oh yeah, he is something weird about him. But honestly, you're fucking gorgeous.
Jesus Christ,
you're
man,
a handsome guy.
Thank you.
Fucking A, man.
I appreciate that. This is fun. I like this. We should just compliment me for the.
You just tailing girls down here like nonstop.
I'm not gonna delve into that.
All right,
cheers. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no.
I get it, bro.
What is? No, I'm not saying yes to that. I'm not. He's making it seem like I'm saying.
He's not.
Hey.
I don't think he is.
I'm not.
For those of you getting the audio, we're clinking coffee cups.
And winking at each other.
Yeah, I mean, listen, nail it. I mean, we got a nice place here. This place is so cool.
It's all right. It needs more art. The walls are pretty North Korea right now,
What made you choose that unicorn thing over there?
What does that? What does that mean?
What is that?
What are you talking about?
It's down at Spencer Gifts and you grabbed a couple of pieces.
Wouldn't surprise me, actually. My roommate got those, but I do like this. One of my favorite like aesthetics is like the Miami in the '80s like color scheme. Like I think it's called. There's a subreddit for it. It's called Outrun or something. It's like Tron. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy neon colors.
Sure, Miami Vice.
Miami Vice, yeah. It's one of my favorite aesthetics.
I love that.
And I feel like that fits in.
But it's
also
the only Miami thing you have in here.
We got a green rug over there. I fucking hate that rug.
It's okay. This is kind of cool. This is very James Franco. That movie they did in Spring Breakers.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this is by one of my favorite photographers, Pretty Puke.
You can see it in the video version.
It's a picture. I bought that from him. I went to his studio and got the print, and then he told me. Later, I found out it was Lil Debbie, the rapper.
Yeah.
And so she ended up like tweeting me and being like, "You bought a picture? You bought a picture of me or something?"
That's Little Debbie.
That's Lil Debbie right there. And I had no idea when I first bought it. But yeah, do you know Lil Debbie? Like, do you know of her?
No, I lied when you said Lil Debbie.
Okay, you're just like sure.
Completely lied. Just to try to keep the conversation going.
I do that.
I do that all the time.
When people go, yeah, you do. Like I think there's certain type of people that do that, and there's certain type of people that are like, no, I don't know what that is. Let's stop for a second and let's talk about that. I'm always just like, people go, you know that one restaurant on like 4th Street? It's like, I'm like, yeah, for sure. And they just keep but it always works.
Hey, let me ask you this: Do girls go out with people just for a meal?
What do you mean?
For a meal?
Oh, like do girls
do that?
Like use
for a free
dudes?
meal?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm wondering.
I think so. Why? Why did this? I have a feeling this happened to you in the.
I went out with this girl a couple weeks ago, and I was awful on the date. I was really bad. I was like,
no, I know. I heard about this.
Oh,
on
you
the
heard
podcast.
this? Yeah. So then,
did you act? Well, sorry, one second. I don't mean to interrupt, but like, didn't David text her from your phone saying "I love you" after it, and you let that happen?
He did, and it didn't go out. We go on airplane mode when we record.
Oh,
so
good call.
After, because it affects the recording sometimes, and it never went out. But anyways, and then she said, "You want to hang out again?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right, sounds good."
Wait, after the awful date?
Yeah,
really.
And then last night she was like, "It wasn't that bad. You made it worse than it was." And I was like, "It really wasn't that bad." I was like, "Okay, yeah, fair enough."
Did she listen to the podcast?
No, I don't think she listens to
Okay,
anything I do,
okay.
which I kind of like.
Okay.
And then I left last night. And I don't know, like, what is that? Do people have dates every 3 weeks?
What do you mean?
Like in your generation, like, because she's probably your age.
Okay.
And yeah, like, do people do that? Do people like have a date every couple weeks?
I'm not a good.
And then nothing happens, and then maybe another couple weeks they have another date.
So you just went on a date and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like you just had a meal.
Yeah. And I was like, and as I left, I was like, okay, never gonna see her again. That was awful, and I'm not gonna call her.
Wait, so the third date went even worse?
No, we went out last night. It was better because I didn't really care. I was
Okay.
like, well, I have nothing to lose here.
Okay.
I don't know why she's calling me. And then I even said to her, I was like, because we're in the same line of work, I was like, is this more of a business? It's okay if it is, if you just want to have like, a friendship, like a business thing, because maybe that's all it is. It's not like I'm in love with her or anything.
Yeah.
She was like, no. But then maybe she was lying.
I think you're thinking about it too much.
Maybe. And then I thought, I'm like, maybe she just wants the free meal. But she doesn't seem like that kind of girl.
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely girls out there that'll do that. There's definitely guys out there that would do that too. You know what I'm saying?
What guy takes a free meal from a girl?
Well, I mean, like there's dudes that will. I did a pilot earlier this year, and it's called Boy Toys, and it's all about like male gold diggers
For full screen.
Yeah, for new form.
For new form.
Yeah, it's all about male gold diggers. So they definitely exist. Well, I mean, I did a fictional pilot about it, so they definitely exist. Is what I just said.
We cast a bunch of guys to be in this pilot, so I know they're real.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I don't know. So you're dating?
Yeah, but I can't date because I have so much to do.
Yeah, I did. I'm the same.
I'm in the
fucking
vlog.
way.
I'm in the vlog mafia over there in Studio City. Mm-hmm. It's a mafia.
Yeah, no,
it's like weird.
What do you mean is a vlog mafia? Is that what you guys call?
I don't
yourselves.
I just coined the phrase. Like no one else calls it that, but it feels like that sometimes because it's very like there's like 8 of us and everybody needs something. And so then, like yesterday, I spent most of the day like getting everyone else what they needed, and then it got to be my turn at like 5 o'clock.
Okay,
and we shot something, but before that, like Jesus Christ, like I was pranked. I was shot with an airsoft gun.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was. I helped Todd with an audition for like an hour. So it's great. I like it a lot, but sometimes it's like Then finally, last night, I got my video, and I was like all set, and I was running on this date, and I was trying to get there. Fucking Zane comes over, and Zane's the best. I love him so much, but he's just, when he gets crazy, he's crazy. He's like, I need this file. I can't find this file. It was shot on a Sony, but it was on a Canon, and it doesn't show up on my computer. And I'm like, okay, just put it. And so while I'm uploading, he's like sticking his card in my thing, and I'm trying to get to the date, and then we uploaded the wrong file, and
Oh God.
But it's like,
It sounds like a nightmare.
yeah, it's a lot.
But I feel like
Then I did the pod. Then I went on the date. Then I did the podcast. Then I helped David with a Blue Apron promo.
okay.
And I got home at like 1:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you woke up, you came here.
I woke up. I went to the gym. I got your text.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck.
You forgot about it, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You did.
Completely forgot about it.
I've been looking forward to this all fucking week.
Yesterday, I thought to myself, oh, I didn't hear from Cody. I guess it's not happening.
Really? Yeah. So I should follow up one day before for my guests. It's a learning process. You know what I mean?
I don't know. And then I was at the gym and I was like, fuck, I'm getting so fat. I really want to work out. And then I was like, I can't cancel on him because you're the shit. And so then I also didn't want you to be like, to not have your plan, which is, I'm sure I was the planned guest. You'd have to find someone else. You do one a week?
I mean, I do. Now I try to get one guest on per week, but it's like, that's hard. I don't know. Like, it's hard, like, just reaching out to people, like, hey, you want to do my podcast? You know? I feel like it's such like a fucking, like, LA, like, hey, dude, by the way, I got a podcast. Would love to get you on, man. Would love to get you on. Hear what you got to say. You know, pick your brain a little bit. Sure, my audience would love to hear that. Like, how many people listen to your podcast? You know, I got like 15 solid listeners.
Nice.
Each episode. They're really into it.
Just collab, man, you know.
Yeah.
Get your audience, my audience, getting together, you know.
Yeah, let's collab, dude.
Yeah, it's I thought it was also great when I started doing all this. Like, it is great. Like, we're living in the best time ever. Because it used to be, if you were funny, you would have to, like, you would be in a sketch group.
Yeah.
Right? So then you'd have 5 people deciding or 3 people deciding what went out. And now it's so much better because you're controlling all of this.
Yeah.
You control your podcast. You don't have to. But then the other side of that is there's just a lot of shit being shot and a lot of content, and I can't keep up.
It is funny. It is funny, like, the dynamic of, like, whose is whose. I mean, I'm sure you go through this obviously way more than me even, but, like, you know, like, whose channel is this going on? Like, like whose content is this? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you sometimes say in your podcast, you work for David, right?
I work for David.
You do, but it's like, you don't get paid.
No,
it's just a funny thing, right? Like, you get paid.
He doesn't
in, like,
pay me.
In, like,
I get paid in being associated with him.
Yeah.
And you know, I have an audience because of him.
Yeah.
But we have a general rule. Like, I guess it's whoever's camera is rolling. It was really funny because one night, probably one of the biggest things that happened while I've been doing YouTube is David cut his hand on a wine bottle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I remember my camera was on, and he cut his hand, and he's like bleeding, and he's going clickbait, like that. And then he's like, Jason. And fucking, you can hear the sirens. And he's going, Jason, could I please have this footage? And then Zane was like, he's like, fuck no, baby. He's like, Jason's camera was on. That's Jason's footage, baby.
That's a pretty good impression of Zane.
Yeah. Zane's. I love Zane.
Yeah.
But you know, we share footage. There's, especially because I spend so much time with David. There's like such an overlap that he'll be like, I'll never say, like, he'll be like, can I have that footage? I'm like, yeah, take it, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna do it in a better way anyway. Yeah. I'll do it in a longer, more boring way.
Yeah.
And he'll do it in a more, like, you know,
fast paced and.
Yeah, his vlogs are the shit. I mean,
oh yeah, they're great.
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
I mean, I help him a lot, but he just fucking, I don't know how he does it. He's really run down, and so am I.
Really?
So run down. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we went to
How was Vegas? How was Vegas? I want to talk about this.
Vegas was fun. We went.
Sorry, before you start,
Yeah.
the girl that you proposed to,
Yeah.
she was a stunner, dude.
Oh, I thought so too.
She was hot as fuck.
I thought so too.
Yeah. You're trying to dap me up?
No, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to Vegas, and like, people weren't really down to film because they just wanted to have fun, which I get. But
losers.
I'm 44 and I have to get content. So
Yeah.
I grabbed Carl. I'm like, Carlina, and you want to go shoot? We start shooting. We go. We walk around the palms. Blah 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 blah. And then we just hear from the pool, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," like that. And I was like, and I turn around, and it's just these giant, natural 23-year-old tits, like boom, boom, boom.
Oh man, the way you just described that.
I was like,
I could see it.
I mean, I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah. And she was calling daddy to you.
She's calling daddy to me, and she was like, oh my God. She's like, my boyfriend and I've been begging him to come I wanted him to drive from Vegas to LA to meet you guys and blah, 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 blah. And that's all really nice when someone's a fan or whatever. So then we start walking away. I'm like, oh, that's the girl we can marry. Long story short, like, so she's being like very, very like touchy-feely on me or whatever. And she's like, grab my tits or whatever you want. But she has a boyfriend too. So it's just
and her boyfriend was standing right there.
Right there. So then we go up.
Oh, that's so weird.
So we agree to get married. So I'm going to go get married to her. And then David and I go interview her for like a half an hour with the boyfriend. And
with the cameras?
With the cameras. We do like a sit down interview. I never released any of this. But then he just was like not as down as he said he was.
Who, the boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, that's a really
bummer.
Awkward situation.
It's really awkward.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the boyfriend.
Yeah, so that's why we didn't do it.
You almost married his bitch.
Yeah. And then
you almost stole his girl right in front of him.
What I wanted to do was go and marry them, but it didn't happen.
Okay.
They were just out. And then
but the proposal was really funny.
Oh, good.
She was like, what did she say? Oh, she's like, I got to take off my current ring or whatever. Like, you're already married. And so the rest of Vegas was fun though?
It was fun. We went to Tao. A lot of it was comped, that was through David and Liza making Instagram posts and shit or whatever.
Okay. Yeah,
So that was really nice. Very, very generous. We went to Tao, amazing meal. We went to Marquee. It was the group of people they're just amazing people. Like it's just really nice. Like whoever I'm hanging with, I'm happy to hang with. I'm almost like sad that I can't talk to everyone. That's how much I like everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Like at one time?
Yeah. Okay. You'll be like, oh God, I haven't talked to Heath in a couple hours. Like, what's going on with Heath? And you go talk to Heath, and something interesting is going on with Heath. Yeah. Believe me.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, something's happening. I don't know what, but or there was a really great moment where Heath did Zane's hair.
Okay.
For like, they were like, Zane, you can't wear this hat at the club.
His fucking neat dude hat?
His neat dude hat. He's like, you're not going to be able to wear that.
One he wears.
So that was like a big thing. So they took his hat off, and then Heath did his hair just like transformed into like New York gay hairdresser. Like just like that. Just like little moments like that. I mean, I like everybody so much, and it's,
do you drink?
I mean, I do and I don't. Not really. Okay. But then I do.
What does that mean?
That means that like...
Not really, but...
That means
but I do.
Like if you and I like just like finished a movie, or if you and I were in like Greece for one night...
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, let's drink.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Let's get wasted.
Yeah, but it's like day to day.
No.
Yeah.
I never drink. And
really?
like Saturday night I got really drunk. And then... But I wasn't on my vlog game, so then Sunday I just didn't drink at all.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things, is that just like balancing. Because it gets in the way.
You seem like you have a really good time.
I know, I did have too good of a time.
But that's good though. I think I admire that about you.
No, but
where were you just?
I was in Europe. I was in Barcelona.
How long?
3.5 weeks.
You were in Europe for 3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
I just saw you at VidCon.
I left the next day. And then I just got back like whatever, a week and a half ago.
What does a trip like that cost you?
I don't even know how much I spent. I guess I spent around
5-10 grand,
5-6 grand probably on it.
That's fucking awesome.
Which this is fucked up though, because like I asked people to donate to my Patreon because I'm not making any money on YouTube. But I'm not. I'm literally just, this is my savings that I'm living off of. I spent 6 grand out of my hard-earned savings. Thank you very much.
I think you should just be over the top with it. Just be like, I need to go to Lithuania in August.
Please.
Yeah, just
give me money.
That's just be straightforward with it. Like we were talking about that, like some setup like that where we're like, we're not going to give you anything, but we're going to charge you more. Like, I can't remember what it was, but anyways, yeah, I mean, you know, I think you got to do it, man. You got to do it. It makes you more interesting.
What do you mean? Traveling or partying or what?
Yeah, traveling, partying, having a good time. I mean, I'm a fucking moron. I was at that date last night. I had nothing to say. Nothing.
Because
outside
you're
of
just
YouTube,
working.
I had nothing to say.
Huh.
Did you watch Game of Thrones? I was like, is that on? Is that back?
Like, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, and then she goes,
Game of Thrones, is that a YouTube channel? Here, I'll write it down. Check it out.
She's a lovely girl, by the way, if she's watching this. She's a beautiful girl. Oh my God, I stared at her all night. She goes, did you hear what happened? Did you hear what happened with Trump? And there was a big Trump transgender thing yesterday. And I was like, no.
Do you not go on Twitter? That was all over Twitter.
Like I didn't yesterday. I was just helping everybody, like doing shit. And she was like, no, really? She's like, you don't have notifications? You don't have any? Really? 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 You didn't hear what Trump said? And I was like, oh God, what was it? And then it was the transgender thing. And I was like, I hate the fact that I'm like not shocked by that. But I was like, oh yeah, well, I guess that's what he does.
Yeah.
He just says shit.
Thing. That's his thing.
So what's the goal here with the codyko brand?
What?
Do you have merch?
Whose podcast is this?
I want to talk to you.
You interviewing me?
Yeah, I want to talk to you. What is the goal? No one wants to hear from me. What is the goal? Do you have merch?
So I did. I had that shirt that says merch on it. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
How's that doing?
It was doing. I mean, it was a flash sale, so it was available for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and it did really well.
It did great.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like the people who watch me, I guess my fans, whatever. It still feels weird saying that.
Yeah, someone said that last night. Letterman was saying that. Did you watch the Norm Macdonald Letterman interview?
No. So you do watch shit.
I after being humiliated last night, I went home and I was like, I gotta
blow off some fucking steam here. I'm gonna watch David Letterman.
He was just saying that in this interview that he did, but he doesn't like call them fans. But yeah, they're fans.
Yeah, and they blow me away every time. Like I literally thought I was like, I'm gonna do this shirt. It's a joke, right? But it's also like I want to make it look cool and everything, and I'm gonna do this, and hopefully they're gonna get the joke,
right?
And hopefully I'm gonna sell, I don't know, like 100 shirts,
sure,
right? And I sold 1,700.
You did?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
You sold 1,700 shirts?
Yeah, it's unreal, unfucking real. And I'm getting like all these tweets of people being like, I love it. Like people are tweeting me like, you know, like every different age, you know, both genders, like every gender. I mean, you know,
Do
everyone's
you have
like
people that are like over 25 that watch you?
Yes,
that's good.
Yes,
that's
now
really good.
More so than ever, which is crazy.
I don't think I've ever had anyone over 23 come up to me.
Really?
Like that girl's like the oldest girl that's ever come up to me.
Really?
Never. Yeah.
I was actually going to ask you this. Are you getting recognized a lot in public?
Yeah, it depends where I am. If I go to the mall.
Yeah, if you like walk down 3rd Street Promenade or something.
I walk down 3rd Street. But if I go to the bar, never. And it's always a kid and it's always a mom like, I don't know who you are. She wanted to come over. I have no idea what. It's always the mom that's got to like take you down a peg.
Oh yeah, I know.
All the time.
Dude, I was talking about this on my last episode of the podcast because the same thing happened, but it was a younger chick. It was basically a girl and her friend. And one of the girls recognized me. She actually came up and I was the background on her phone. And she pressed the lock screen really quick so I didn't see it. And I was like, am I the background on your phone? And she was like, yeah. And she came up.
That's so.
It was so funny.
That's really cool though.
Oh, I was like, that's amazing. No. It was just such a funny, like she like hit it really quick and I was like, no, I definitely saw that. I could tell it was me in the pink shirt with blonde hair. It was like a picture of me and Zane and Matt, I'm pretty sure. And she was like, yeah, it was you and something. And she was.
How old was she?
I think she was probably 20. I don't know, 21, 22 or something.
Okay, so a grown woman.
And yeah. And so she's basically like, oh my God, like I'm a big fan. Like I listen to the podcast and all this stuff. And which is always cool. Someone said they listen to the podcast. It's like, all right, that means you're listening to me speak to myself for 45 minutes straight. Like that's awesome. Right. I don't know how you fucking do that because I can't even listen to myself, but like, That's amazing, right? So we're talking, her friend comes up and she goes, yeah, I don't know who you are.
Classic, yes.
I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you do? Are you famous or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you expect me to say to that?
Yeah.
I guess in certain audiences, like in certain circles, I guess I'm like this girl is obviously like a fan, right?
Yeah.
She's like, cool. What do you do? Like, what do you do? I just like, I don't know who you are. So like, whatever. And I'm like, then why are you talking to me?
Yeah. Have you heard of the internet?
Yeah.
Fucking anyone can be famous.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just like, What do you think? How do you think this conversation is for me right now? I have no reason to talk to you anymore. You're just a random person at that point, you know? Do you like talking to random people?
Love it.
Do you actually?
Fucking love it.
So you talk to Uber drivers?
I take Uber Pool.
No.
On purpose.
Dude. What?
Mm-hmm. I take Uber Pool. I love it. I love talking to people.
What do you get out of it?
You get to study who they are and
why,
and you get to see like what makes them tick. And
so you like Humans of New York? You're like a big Humans of New York fan. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of that. What is that?
It's like a. I think it started as like a blog or something, where a guy went out and just like would photograph random people in New York City, and then like write this long paragraph about who they are, what their story is.
I don't like to read, but,
okay, but
I like, if that was video form, I would love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like to like, I just love anybody talking to me, especially like when people come up to me or if they know me from David's vlog or something, like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Cincinnati. Oh, cool. What's in Cincinnati? Blah, 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 blah.
That's like the least cool place ever.
Exactly. But
no offense to people. Actually, no, you can take offense to that if you're from Cincinnati.
You want to clear?
No, it's all good.
Okay.
It just stops after 40 minutes, so I got to keep her half an hour, I guess.
Hold on, the boss is calling. Reacting to my first cringy acting video.
Davey D. What's Davey D saying? Let's get some behind the scenes text message action right here.
He's saying, so I do work for him because he's doing a brand deal, and somehow I'm wrapped up in when it's going on. Like, and I'm making no money off of it. It's it's a check chain with his manager, David, and me.
Okay.
Being like, when's Blue Apron going up? I shouldn't be talking about this, but whatever. When's your brand deal coming up? It's like, that happens a lot too.
What?
Where it's like, we have the same manager, but I think his manager only represents me because I have David's ear.
Oh, I got you.
No, that's not true. Jack loves me.
Yeah,
but sometimes it feels that way. And he's like, where's David? What's going on? Is he okay?
You're like, do you only care about him, or I'm a person too? You could ask me if I'm okay.
Well, that's the big joke on the podcast. It's like we have the same manager, and David got the 70-30 split.
Okay.
Do you remember that part?
Yeah. So on the podcast, that's hilarious because
I know.
You produce it, right? Are you doing the gear and are you doing the editing and stuff?
Yeah, I do the editing.
Okay, yeah.
I don't do that much.
But it's not an easy thing. It's not that easy. I mean, I do it for here, and sometimes it's like...
It's not easy. It's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a long time to go through and fucking edit it. And
I'm just at the age now where it's like path of least resistance.
That's so sad.
But it really is, because there's no...
it's kind of given up at this point.
It's not like I've given up. I just know that like there's no... I could be here, I could be here, or I could be here, and I feel like my happiness level is just all the same.
No, I totally feel you.
It's like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's all good. I could listen. I don't know what we're saying. Let's talk about something else.
How are you guys doing on how is the podcast monetizing and stuff?
That's doing great. The CPM on a podcast is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like $30, $40.
Jesus.
Per CPM.
I wouldn't know because
you don't have ads yet on here?
I don't, man. I'm trying. I get like between YouTube and SoundCloud, I get like 50,000 listens per something. Per
How many?
episode. Like 50, 60, something like that.
That's good.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of, I don't know. I want a fucking MeUndies ad. That's all I want.
Is that why you brought me here? To connect you with MeUndies?
Yep.
We can talk about that. David will take 10%.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm kidding.
We can do a 70-30.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. You want to do a 70-20-10?
70-20, fuck it.
70-20-10?
I'm at the point in my life right now where I'm just the path of least resistance, you know?
No, I'll if you want to call the company that we're with, and they can, I don't know.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it. I mean, this is fucking boring for people listening, but it's like this is the goal eventually. I don't just do this shit for you guys. I'm kidding. Obviously I do, but it's like eventually it's like, you'd like to read some ads, make a little bit of money off of it.
You know what you should do?
What?
Let's get Jake Paul in this seat.
Yeah.
That would be hot.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a hot podcast.
In the hot seat.
I bet he would do it.
You think so?
Yeah, I know him a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's
Should I just DM him and be like, hey, dude, want to do my podcast? Just randomly?
Do it.
I'll fucking do it.
Do it right now.
I'm going to do it right now.
You're going to DM him?
I'm going to DM
I think
him.
I have his phone number.
I'm not going to text him.
You want me to text him for you?
No, don't text me. I mean, are you going to take like a split on it? If you're going to take a 10%
Of course not.
split?
I'd take anything from you. I was joking. Would never take a 10% split.
Let's see, Jake Paul.
You're going to really DM him through Twitter?
Do you think he's got his DMs open?
Probably. He seems like the kind of guy that...
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
Fucking bastard. Fucking bastard.
He seems like the kind of guy that's up for anything, that he would keep his DMs open. Like, he's kind of a fearless dude, so...
He kind of is. Did you see my tweet?
No, what did it say?
Okay, well, so he, the one where he's like, he announced that he left Disney or whatever.
Yes.
So I replied to it and just said, I quoted it and just said, "You got fired." and my tweet has 300,000 likes.
No.
Wait, I'll show you.
You got fired, question mark? That's all you replied?
No, just you got fired. It's got 306,000 likes. His has like 40 or something.
Holy fuck.
So I feel like that's probably not the best.
I think it's hard to like say, I don't get mad at him at all because I'm like, it's a game. It's a game that he's playing, and that's his fucking, he's making entertainment. I don't get mad at him like really at all because I'm in the same fucking game.
No, I know.
Of trying to make something that people will want to watch. It's like YouTube's so rigged and it's so like, it's all about clickbait. Like you can have the best video and no one will watch it unless David or Liza's face is on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't get too mad at that.
It's just there's a certain point where it's like a lot of people
are angry.
A lot of people don't like you. And that's not normal. That's not normal.
That's true.
For someone with that like big, like look at every respected comedian or actor or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Besides people like Chris Brown and stuff like that, it's like your reputation matters. And I feel like there's people who other people generally respect. People like, the Louis C.K. and whatever, right? I think 99% of people respect them.
Sure.
Jake Paul, I feel like half of his audience fucking hates him probably.
It's true. But then sometimes
it's because of the shit he pulls.
Sometimes I look at it sort of almost like as like a WWE kind of thing, where the person is not the person, which is kind of fucked up.
Is that he's like just a character?
Yeah. Like, obviously the Logan and Jake thing is all constructed and fake, just the same way as the storyline with The Rock and Steve Austin was fake. And so then sometimes I just kind of look at it like that. But
yeah, no, that's true. But it's funny because it's like it blends. It
blurs the line.
Yeah. Between reality and like, because where like you're literally affecting your fucking neighbors' lives. That's not a rest WWE thing. That's real life. That's real fucking life.
That is real.
And you're fucking with other people's lives. I don't want to talk about this anymore because I fucking talk about Jake Paul every time. And every time I go, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I talk about Jake Paul every time. And then I do it.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
It's just so much fun to talk about.
Just go on a double date, huh? What do you say? Maybe a mom and a daughter?
What? Wait, what? Okay, we can talk about that. Good change of subject.
Trying to get you off Jake Paul, dude.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, no.
What's the last loving relationship you had? You're like really in love with somebody. When was that?
It was in San Francisco.
Ooh.
It was my my last girlfriend that I had.
When was this?
Very much in love with her. A
couple years ago?
A few years ago now. Oh my God.
She lived in San Francisco?
No, more than 3.5 years ago probably.
Oh, going back.
We both lived in San Francisco. This is before I went traveling. I lived in Australia for a little while.
What were you doing in San Francisco? Is that when you were doing like tech stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so did she work at the same tech company?
No, she didn't. She worked in tech too, though.
What happened? Why didn't it last?
Well, because I was like, I finally decided I was like, I want to go traveling and I want to just explore the world. And I was like, I don't think I want a girlfriend while I'm doing that, right? It's never fun to be like long distance for a year, basically, because I was going to be gone for a year. That's what I was planning. And so I just made a mess of it and broke up, and then
was she upset?
Yeah. Oh, we both were. Both were. It was like one of those times where it's like I feel like relationships, a lot of them end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the vast majority of relationships that end are like it's a one-sided thing. It's not mutual. A vast majority of it is like one person has to hurt the other one.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a tough realization. I was like the one that did the hurting, and it sucked.
You still talk to her?
No.
You don't talk to her anymore.
No, she's got an Instagram with her new boyfriend. They're like traveling. They're like traveling for like 2 years or some shit, and they have an Instagram. And so I follow their Instagram.
They've been traveling for 2 years?
They're traveling together for like 2 years or something. Something
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
Yeah. So I go on their Instagram and I like their pictures because not out of like spite, because they're a good couple and I'm happy for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
They're in beautiful places and whatever. But it's still, and I don't regret the fact that you know what I'm saying? It's just
after
like
you wash your face at night and get into bed and check your YouTube stats.
It's a tear just slowly
you get in that bed, you put your head on that pillow, you look up at the ceiling, maybe the cool Venice breeze is coming in through your window. I'm getting there, Cody. Let me finish.
Okay.
And you look up and you say, oh, I did so much today. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I was codyko, the fully realized codyko. I was the codyko that didn't look back, that created podcasts and videos and was funny and so many opportunities probably lie ahead for who I am. And did you ever think to yourself, I wonder where Miranda is?
Miranda?
Isn't that her name?
That's the name you went with?
I just made it up.
I've never even met a Miranda before.
She seems like a Miranda.
You think I would date a Miranda?
From what you've told me about her, she's sounds like a Miranda to me. Fucking not working for 2 years and running around with her boyfriend and living in San Francisco? You know how many fucking Mirandas do that? That's a Miranda, dude. Well, what's her name?
No, that's more of like a...
Let me guess her name.
Yeah, try and guess.
Shelly.
No, why are you guessing 6-year-old woman names?
Quincy.
Quincy is a boy's name.
I bet she had one of those fucking foo-foo names.
Okay.
Like Arden. Is her name Arden?
No.
Okay, what's her name?
It wasn't Arden. It was, just think more normal. Think like a really...
Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was Jessica?
Yeah.
I got it in 4 fucking guesses! Holy shit!
I mean, when I said think common name, that's like the most common name, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck you, man! There's so many common names. I could have said Abigail. I could have said Jen. I could have said Samantha.
Abigail? I guess Abigail's
I could have said so many. I could have said Kristen.
Yeah.
Fucking nail it. Dude, let me tell you something. I went fucking mental telepathical. Telepathical there. Telepathical?
That's not a word.
It is now. I fucking went into your brain there. You said normal, and I went, Jessica. I fucking pulled it out of your brain.
This is crazy, dude. I should have you on the podcast more often.
You have $76,000 in your bank account.
No. It's a lot more. I'm kidding. It's a lot less.
No, I'm sure it is. Didn't you sell some app or something? People talk about you, Cody.
Dude, I did, but then I spent all that money traveling for a fucking year.
You did?
Yeah. See, another thing is like before when I said I spent $6,000 on the trip.
Yeah.
I've also done previous episodes of the podcast where I've talked a lot about travel because I've traveled a lot. And so people DM me all the time or tweet at me and they're like, how do you afford it? How do you afford it? And so I have this thing where I'm like, traveling's actually not that expensive. The plane ticket is really it. And then you stay in hostels and you can eat cheap. Like, it depends on where you go, but like normally you can eat cheap. So that was like my big thing. And then I go and spend $6,000 in 3 weeks.
It looked like you were in some nice hotels.
Yeah. I mean, like I did stay at hostels and stuff at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, gosh, fuck it. I'm on vacation. I don't want to sleep in a 16-person dorm with other smelly people. Like, I'm on fucking vacation.
Sure.
I'm going to stay in a hotel.
Yeah. That's the big thing with what we're doing is we never seem to like enjoy any of it. It's really sad.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole, when I was there, I was like, it's tough to balance between like what I should be filming. Like, I'm always like, how can I make this like a video or like content in some way?
Right. Sick.
And then eventually it is a little, well, I don't know if it's sick. It's just how my fucking mind works now.
It's kind of sick. I remember when I took a trip somewhere and I didn't have a very good time. And then when I got back, I'm repeating myself from my own podcast, and I got back and I looked at the footage and I was fucking laughing at the footage. I was like, but then I was like, oh, but I didn't think I had a good time until I watched what I'd shot.
Wait, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
So that's the good time then.
I guess
you're having a good time watching the footage more so than.
Yeah. Like we went to Miami and like all this, and I was like, it was fine. How was Miami? It was okay. It was fine. It was fucking,
You're like, run down.
Yeah. We went there. It was so fun. So yeah, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's the life I'm living. That's what I fucking chose for myself. Because you know what? I did choose that for myself because when I wasn't living that life, I was really, really miserable. When I was like married and I was in the moment, I fucking hated the moment.
Really?
Yeah. I hated it. I guess I'm not someone that can live in the moment at all. Which I wish I could. I hate that phrase.
Living in the moment.
Be in the moment, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things where like, people are like, you go to the Grand Canyon and people are like, just enjoy it. But you look at it and you're like, okay, I get it. You only have to look at the Grand Canyon for 2 seconds before your mind goes, okay, totally know what the Grand Canyon looks like now. I'm glad I traveled here for this, but like, this is it.
I'm glad we drove 14 hours.
Your mom will be like, sit here and look at it. And you're like, I get it. I've seen it. I get it. What's going to happen if I keep looking at it? You know what I mean?
That's such a good.
It's kind of what like living in the moment, like people, the facade of living in the moment. You know, it's like it's not always that great to live in the moment. You can live in the moment. That's why it's called a moment because it's like this. Yeah.
I mean, it's Pitbull. I mean, Pitbull says it. You know, he says it best.
What?
Mr. Worldwide.
Okay.
To quote Mr. Worldwide, feel this moment. You know, and
that's the quote.
Yeah, I just wanna feel this moment. Right?
No, I have no idea what song that is.
So if we can hold, I think what the point of this whole show is, if we can hold the standard of Pitbull, then we really can get to a higher plane.
And that's the lesson here.
That's the lesson today.
For today's podcast.
You know, Pitbull's fucking living the good life, man.
Dude, he's eating in Dubai right now for sure.
He went to Dubai for breakfast,
and then now he's back.
Now he's back.
So what's the goal? What's the goal for you after like your rundown? Right, you're doing a lot of YouTube stuff. Yeah. Is there an end in sight, or is there or do you think you're gonna get to, like, this is kind of a fucked up question, but do you think you're gonna get to a place where you can just coast and just chill and make the videos that you want to make, or are you addicted to the grind?
I'm not addicted to the grind. I need to do something. I don't think I'll ever be at that point where it's just like, yeah, I'll just do whatever I want. I think I'm too old to like, I can't bring people in the way someone who's cute and 26 can.
I'm getting up there, dude. I'm the oldest one. We're the oldest ones.
I know, that's so funny.
This is the oldest podcast.
You're the next oldest.
I know.
I love when your fans make fun of you for being old.
I fucking hate it.
I think it's so funny.
And dude, we're gonna get so many comments on this podcast.
Really?
About this being like the oldest podcast too.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's funny because them calling you old to me as I-rated is, yeah, he's the one with the fucking brain. Like he's the sensible one out of all of us. Like you're the one who's like has like reason. Like I don't want to stay in a hostel with 16 people. Like yeah, of course you don't.
Yeah.
So I relate to that. But yeah, I just want to. I don't know. I'll probably just keep doing YouTube, and then I'm gonna try to like, make some sort of traditional move one more time. I made a couple movies, so I'm probably gonna make another one.
Yeah. So you made FML, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was good. It was great to make a movie. It's the best feeling in the world to go to set and approve costumes and to, approve actors and what's the lighting. That's really, really fun. What I learned was that like marketing the movie is like a whole other 6 months of the job.
Really?
And that's awful.
Yeah.
Really hard, especially when the movie's not selling.
Yeah.
So that's really hard. And
how did you raise money for it?
No, just some company just paid for it.
So you did. So some company like funded it, and then
yeah, they just funded it.
Okay.
And it was a good experience. This is a good experience. Like I'm proud of the movie. I think it's great. I like it. And
did you write it?
I wrote it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, directed it, and I mean, I would make another one. I'm just like, I guess really what it is I'm just sort of caught right now between like making vlogs, which is fun, and then thinking about, do I want to make something of more substance? But if I do that, then that's like, it's like a gamble. It's like
it is. Yeah.
It's like, do I take? I always go back and forth between like the best advice anyone ever gave me was like, just do exactly what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like in any time in my life when I've like not done what's in front of me, it hasn't gone well.
So you're saying like take what's working and just do that.
Yeah.
And focus.
So for me to be like right now, be like, okay, I'm done with YouTube. I'm going to write a movie.
It's
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, all right, well now I'm writing this movie and then I got to go through, especially now you just can't get them made. And then, if it doesn't make money. So I'm trying to just do things that we're going to do the podcast live. That'll make some money.
Speaking of which,
David and I are going to pitch a TV show. Like,
oh, you are?
Maybe that'll go somewhere.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it's a show for him that I would be involved in.
Really?
Yeah.
For David?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing. I always thought like, it's just funny because so many people have like asked, or I just like talked about this, like, because I go on meetings with a lot of like production companies and stuff like that. And so we'll end up talking about like the vlog squad and just like YouTube landscape in general. And it's just funny because people are always like, why doesn't like David have a show? And it's like, because he fucking has one already.
I know.
Why does he need a show?
He doesn't need one.
Why do people on YouTube that are doing so well need a show? They don't. They should just focus. They're in control. They're making money. They're making way more money than they would on a fucking
No one's managed
to
crack it. I'm surprised that. I guess MTV hired you, so that's good.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great working with them, and it's amazing. But
Are
it's
you
like,
going back
to work with them again?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so. Everything went really
Did they
well.
hire you for?
It was just
one
for the
event.
It was just for the Comic-Con coverage.
Oh, for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Is that what you did for them?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of it. I just heard you got hired.
It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Perfect for you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was like, hosting was really fun. Like I was actually on MTV on Sunday for like a really short spot, but like the rest of the coverage was online.
No one watches TV, so it's great.
I actually got a couple tweets of people being like, "I was just watching MTV and you were on." I freaked out. Yeah,
I wasn't putting you down, and what I was saying was, it's like it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's still kind of cool though.
It is.
Like even though I know probably more people saw the video online than on cable TV.
It's still kind of cool to be on TV.
But it's cool to be, I don't know, it's still like kind of cool, yeah. It still has that like, not stigma, but like this, I don't know. It's like rare, you know?
Yeah, I could see what you're saying.
Funny story though. I was listening to the very first episode of your podcast, like way back. Mm-hmm. And you guys were talking about how you met, you and David. Mm-hmm. And it was that comedy night at the Improv.
Yep.
Where you went on and you did a whole set just like screaming at the audience.
Were you there that night?
I did a set.
You did a set that night.
I did a set, yeah.
We did a couple of those shows together.
Yeah.
Are you still doing stand-up?
I am, yeah. I like to think I'm better now. I used to be like a really bad, like I think
I saw you did great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. I think I bombed that set though that I did that night. But it was funny because I was listening to this and I'm like, why is this so fucking familiar, this story?
Because you were there.
Yeah, I was there. And I was like, I can't believe this is the night that you guys met for the first time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So wild.
I was like, oh my God. I got up after Jason. I did a set. And this is the night after, like the night that you guys met. And now I'm listening to their podcast. Like it's just it was fucking bizarre.
Yeah. It's an odd relationship. I guess, I said something funny to him. I pitch him ideas all the time that he doesn't like. But so I pitched him this idea. I was like, hey, why don't we get in prosthetic? Like I'll get in prosthetic as like an old guy.
Okay.
And like
prosthetic what?
Like, like old person prosthetic.
Okay.
I have someone that can do prosthetic and we'll go out and we'll do bits for your vlog, whatever. And he was like, I have an old guy already in the vlog. Like I don't need prosthetic. I'm like, it's like you don't need to put prosthetic on for me to make old jokes. I was like, fair enough.
Like, God damn it.
Fair enough, David. Yeah, he's fucking amazing person, and he's so smart, and he's a dick, but he's also like underneath, like he's super generous, and yeah. I mean, he's not a dick, but he busts balls. Like he makes your life kind of hell sometimes, but he's the best, and I love hanging out with him. And I'm waiting for the day when he's like, yeah, right. I'm done hanging out with you.
So you're fired.
I'm ready to go at any time. It's really, my mom said that to me. She goes, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to die now, whenever.
Really?
Yeah, and she's in great health. She's like, I think I'm ready to go.
That's dark.
Horrible.
That is morbid as fuck.
Yeah, and she's like a really cheery person too. Just slipped out one day. I pranked my mom yesterday. That was really bad.
What did you do?
I did that headphone prank thing, and she got really scared.
No way.
It was awful.
Oh man.
That's what YouTube does to you.
I was just about to say, now you're gonna next you're gonna be fucking tormenting your neighbors, and you're gonna be riding your dirt bike down the street and fucking.
Let's start a war. Let's start me and you
against Team 10.
No, a war between me and you.
Us, a prank war?
Yeah, not a prank war, but like a war. Like Jake and Logan. Like you make the second verse.
Oh, like
shit.
diss tracks.
Diss tracks.
Oh
yeah.
Old dude against old dude.
Yeah.
I like it. Old versus old.
I had a couple people come to me once and they go, I won't say who they are, but they were like, they called me for a meeting, big YouTube people.
Okay.
And I went to this meeting at like 11:30 at night and I had no idea what it was. And they're like, we want to start a war with you. And I was like, okay.
What? No way.
They're like, we need some kind of thing. This is what people like. And they're actually great dudes. I really like them a lot. So then they were like, they were really funny dudes. So I was really mixed about it. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go because I don't dislike them.
Fuck, I'm so curious of who it is now. But you can tell me after.
And so they're like, well, tomorrow we're gonna make this video. And it's going to be, shots fired.
Really?
Against you. And so we left and I was like, okay, I'll wait for the video. And then it never came.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really interesting. Like because people always like, they'll talk about like the Jake and Logan thing. Like people always be like, oh, it was planned. It was planned. And I'm always of the opinion, like, I hope it's real. Yeah. I love real beef.
Yeah.
Like real beef. There's these two fucking rappers right now in like the London grime scene that are beefing, and it's like unfucking believable because they both actually are like really despise each other.
Right.
So it's like the Drake and Meek Mill thing on fucking steroids. It's like diss track after diss track after diss track after diss track, and they're just like finding out the most personal details about each other's lives and fucking rapping about them, and it's insane.
Oh, I love that.
That's what I'm saying. I want fucking YouTube beef like that. Why does YouTube beef got to be the fucking planned shit where it's like, all right, dude, well, tomorrow it's gonna be some shots fired, and I'm gonna comment on how many views you don't have, and I'm gonna comment on your subscriber number. No, dude, find out about their past. You know what I mean? And talk shit about their personality. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's a beef. Don't fucking beef about their stats.
Oh, I think they were going to do that. I think they were going to like dig deep into me.
Really?
Yeah, and we were talking about what I could say about them, and I really like the guys too. So that was what was odd about it too. I was like, I don't dislike them. I think they're really funny. So that's probably why they didn't do it, because they probably thought the same thing. Like, this is kind of lame.
Man, planned drama just sucks.
Well,
you know what? Maybe
Logan.
this will start a real beef between them.
Maybe
they'll be like, Jason, how dare you? You exposed us. Now you're going down. They're gonna flame your ass. They probably have the video ready for when you snitched.
Yeah.
And they're gonna release it.
Almost today. I almost did. I almost said their names.
You almost did. Well, you can tell me after.
Okay, I will. So yeah, what's the plan for the rest of the day? A little surfing?
Dude, I'm leaving for Chicago tonight.
For what?
I'm gonna go surfing, and then I'm gonna go to Chicago. It's for my roommate Devin.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has a company, bookcameo.com.
Yes.
And it's their app launch party on Friday. So
in Chicago?
Yeah. So
Why is
we're
it in
all
Chicago?
flying because it's where the company's based.
I met him that day. He wasn't very nice to me.
Sometimes he could be mean to people first impression wise.
Yeah, because I had watched all your vines and stuff.
Okay.
So I was like kind of starstruck to meet him.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, hey, what's up, dude? He's like, just walked right out. Let him know. One less fan.
It can be a little bit abrasive.
No, he's fine. I don't care.
So yeah, we're gonna go to Chicago. We're gonna have a party. Matt's actually going too.
You gonna get laid?
I fucking hope so.
You got a hotel?
Fingers crossed. No, we're staying with my buddy. He's got this crazy. One of the co-founders. He lives in like the fucking penthouse of this building, and it's absolutely insane. So, and he just knows everybody in Chicago, so it's always a good time when we go there and visit him. He's a great dude too. He was the one who co-founded it with Devin, and a lot of people are flying in from people I went to college with. It should be a pretty fun weekend. Have you ever been to Chicago in the summer?
We were just there a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but you were in like Vernon Hills or whatever.
Yeah, we
right?
went into the city a couple times.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's
in
amazing.
the summer.
It's very, very nice. A lot of pretty girls.
That city fucks.
Different looking girls, but
Chicago
very pretty.
fucks.
Yeah, it was insane.
Very pretty girls, but I'm saying like it's a sexual city.
You think so?
Yeah, there are certain cities that fuck and certain cities that don't.
Would you say that about New York?
New York fucks, I think.
Boston?
I've never been to fucking Boston before. Why would I go to
Boston?
Boston?
I'm from Boston.
Oh, you're from Boston.
I don't think Boston.
Oh, I didn't mean to mean like Boston's fine. I love people from Boston. I love their accents. Super great.
You can talk shit about Boston. I don't care.
No, just love them. Love the people.
Just know you'll be getting a call from Mark Wahlberg a little bit later. Well, you'll have fun. That's good. Good. I'm glad. Look, dude, listen. Here's what I want to say.
Okay.
Because I know we got to wrap it up.
Yeah. I mean, we don't.
Fucking.
We don't really, but obviously.
We don't?
Obviously, you want to. No.
How long do you go for?
We should wrap it up.
No, seriously.
That was a very natural point to wrap it up. I just think it's funny that you're wrapping up my podcast. All right, well, I think we got to wrap it up here. I'm like, well, okay. Guess this is over then.
Oh, do you do like 2 hours?
No, I mean, sometimes when I have guests on, it's like however long the conversation goes, whatever. or until they wrap it up, I guess. So go ahead. What were you going to say?
Listen, I'm fucking done here. Check out my YouTube channel. No. What I was gonna say is, just you're such an inspiration.
Thank you, man.
You really are. You're really an inspiration. I've always thought you're so funny. When your Vines came out, you came out a little bit later than everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody was on there for probably like a good year and a half before I even saw you.
Yeah.
And I was like, this dude is the funniest fucking dude on Vine, hands down. We all thought so. Wow. And maybe Brandon. But what was great about yours was that they were just you in the car.
Yeah, I know.
There was nothing to them.
That was my life, dude. It's just commuting.
Brandon's would take like an hour
to
shoot sometimes. And they're great. Like he was my other favorite. But yours were just like, you were such a dick in the Vines, and yet people liked you for it. And I thought that was so fucking great. Because one of my favorite jokes of my life I've ever heard was my friend. He went to. This feels like a codyko joke, even though it happened like 30 years ago.
Okay.
Guy goes to. Sorry, kid's parents goes to like 15-year-old kids. Kid's parents go to Marco Island,
Okay.
which is off Florida.
Wait, this is a joke or a real story?
This is a real story.
Okay.
Kid's parents go to Marco Island, and they bring back a T-shirt
Okay.
that says Marco Island.
Okay.
And so the kid puts the T-shirt on and wears it with all his friends, and it's on the back. It says Marco Island or whatever. And kid comes in and he goes, they go, "Oh, dude, fucking that shirt, so sweet." Like, where'd you get that shirt? He's like, yeah, my parents, they went to Marco Island. And, that's fucking awesome. It's awesome. And they're like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, turn around. Let me see the back. Let me see the back." And so when the kid turns around, they just fucking hit him square in the back.
What the fuck?
And like, that's the kind of shit that like,
You think I would do that?
no, I don't think you would hit someone square in the back, but like that character that you do, that dick character, I think lots of times nowadays, like you can't get away with it.
Yeah, it's a character for sure.
Well, it is. It is a
joking.
character.
Yeah, it is.
And so I don't know. That I just really appreciated what you did, and then to see that what you're doing on YouTube is more. It's just more realized it's you. So that was really refreshing to see too. It's like, okay, it's like oh, okay, now we're really getting to see who he is. But I also like when you do your vlogs and you can incorporate some of that Vine thing into the vlogs. That character.
Yeah.
It's really, really funny.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm glad and thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you too. I mean, the dedication, and I hate to use the word grind, but as someone who likes to also, I mean, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to like big myself up or whatever, but I don't like to not be doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like when Vine died, it was like, all right, now let's figure out YouTube. And you did the same shit.
Right.
And that's cool. That's awesome. And I mean, like, you're fucking obviously, you're grinding and it's great. And I love all of your videos, and it's just, it's good. It's good to get you on. And
Where do you think
the podcast too.
Where do you think Miranda is right now?
And shout out to Miranda.
I mean, Jessica.
I miss you, baby.
I've been in love a couple times myself, Cody.
Have you?
Oh yeah, man.
What, like 30, 40 years ago?
When I was eight.
Fucked up. It feels good actually to make old jokes against someone else. Holy shit.
I don't understand the jokes against you. You're
Now
20.
I get
You're
it.
26.
Dude, I said it one time.
I don't understand.
I think it was one of my first ever like videos where I was like reading people's comments, and one of them was about being too old for YouTube. One random comment that I read that I was like, "You're too old for YouTube," and I was like, "I'm not that old." And then I like joked. It was like a kind of a self-deprecating thing because I was like, maybe I am too old or something. And then it just fucking stuck, and now it's just getting worse because people are like, this new subscribers that are joining my channel are seeing all the comments and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is funny shit. I'm gonna get in on this." So it's just fuel to the fire.
Yeah, it's an entry point for them.
Yeah.
That they can easily say you're old.
Yeah, they're like, "Wow, this is a fresh joke. I'm gonna use this." And it's like, no, this has been going on for 4 months now. Please stop doing it.
I had a girl in the Palms go to me when we were staying at the Palms over the weekend. She walks up to me and she goes, "Hey, Grandpa, can I get a picture?" Like that. And then they ran off.
You're
and
like,
I was like,
no. Yeah. Just path of least resistance, Don't confront them. Just path of least resistance.
Path of least resistance. You're listening to the codyko Hour here in Venice Beach, where we are not going to say anything bad about Jake Paul or any other YouTuber.
No, that's not.
That's your thing.
That's my thing. That'll be the new podcast that comes out. Just me just talking nice about people and things, and that'll never happen. Ever.
Do you ever go to yoga? Yoga doesn't
no,
seem
I don't know
like
why I
your thing.
hesitated. I don't go to yoga.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
But people rave about it. But Venice is such a yoga place.
Yeah, it is.
You could fucking probably walk outside and walk into a yoga class.
There's just one going on right there
Probably.
on my front lawn.
No, I wouldn't. I'm sure there is.
Just a bunch of homeless people doing yoga.
It's all yoga here. It's the town of yoga.
This is Yoga Town. That's what it's known as.
Yeah.
It's Venice, aka Yoga Town, baby. Yoga
Yeah.
Town, USA.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're gonna wrap it up.
Let's do it. Let's wrap it up. Let's bring it home. Bring it home. Go ahead, bring it home.
So, guys,
do your outro.
Watch or listen to Jason's podcast. It's called Views, and it's on iTunes and whatever. You'll see it. It's on the top of the fucking charts.
Yep.
And follow him on YouTube, Jason Nash.
Yep.
And Instagram and Twitter are all Jason Nash, right?
Shit. Yep.
Good. And if you like this podcast, go ahead and remember to contribute on Patreon because I like need money for my $5,000 to $6,000 vacations. So.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. Cody is 10 times funnier than I am, and he does not have, the audience that we have on our podcast. So it's important that you give him money.
Money.
Look at him. He needs to go and party. Like, look, I understand he's taking vacations with the money you give him. And that's
I'm kind
of fucked up.
I said it was for my savings. I use the money to invest in new equipment. Look at these headphones, baby.
That's right. A real fan would understand that he needs to go party. He needs to go travel and spend $6,000. He can't stay in a hostel. You can't have codyko in a hostel. So
Amen.
So that's why if you do contribute some money, just keep this going.
Amen. I'll dap you up for that. There we go.
So keep this going, and I'm gonna go give some Patreon money today.
There we go. Amazing.
What do you put out on Patreon? Do you do exclusive content there too?
I'm starting to be like, I don't. Well, I let them now. I'm gonna let them pick my next video, and I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna do exclusive merch for Patreon people and stuff like that. So I'm figuring it out, but.
Good.
I'd like to pour my energy into this rather than Patreon, right? It's more help fund this stuff because this is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff.
Have you
ever had anyone come up to you and they're like, have you ever had an audition where someone's like, have you ever had an opportunity to get something huge and it hasn't happened?
No. Because
you do really good work. Has anyone ever anyone famous reached down and been like, hey, why don't you come in for a meeting?
I mean, I have meetings with
people.
Yeah,
I feel like someone when I was doing when I was casting my movie.
Yeah.
I wanted you to play a certain part.
Yeah.
And as you weren't very responsive, which was fine.
I'm sorry.
And then as it went down, as it got down to actually casting, they were like, no, we don't want to cast him. Not because you weren't talented.
Oh.
But because they wanted someone with a bigger name.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I remember seeing you. Oh my god, that guy should be in movies.
Hopefully one day, man. I'm auditioning a lot. I just had a really good audition
You are?
yesterday. Yeah. I got an agent now, and so you think it's a waste of time?
Waste of time.
No, I like it. I honestly like it.
You do?
Yeah, I like.
Do you put a lot of time in it? It takes forever.
No. First round auditions, they just want to see you read the lines. So you go in and
you spend
a lot of the times
you don't know the lines. Are you off book?
I am off book for almost every single one unless I'm traveling. I'll just read it off the page. But it's not a big deal if you read shit off the page.
Dude, how do you audition and do all this? That's impossible.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot, but that's why I respect your grind because I feel like I'm constantly doing shit too.
I don't audition.
No, but you do a lot of other shit too.
Yeah, I take care of my kids too.
Yeah, you got a fucking family. I wanted to talk about that.
Why don't you come over and hang out?
I will. Just text me.
No, you won't.
No, I will. I swear to God.
No, you won't.
Dude, I was hanging out with Zane and Matt. They came over to Venice. We had a fucking good time. And I'm like, I want to go over there and hang out with you guys.
Okay. All right. I'll text you.
That was officially me inviting myself.
No, I invited you.
All right, guys. Rate this podcast on iTunes, please. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's codyko. And we'll see you guys next time for another weekend edition. Peace.